Hello folks, a bit later than normal, but welcome to this month's EV Lease Deals of the Month. Sorry this one's a bit late, but I've had a bit of life going on, been on holiday and all those kind of good things, so apologies for that. As always, there's a link to Lease Loco in the video description and pinned as a top comment if you want to make an inquiry on any of these cars, or indeed if you want to go and have a poke around on Lease Loco. Please use my link, it makes a massive difference and it kind of makes this possible. Now most of the cars on this are factory orders, but there are some in-stock cars. There is a bit of a mix here. You can always check out my in-stock Lease Deals of the Month video every time that comes out if you desperately need something quickly. As we know at the moment, there are big delays in new car production, especially for EVs, because it's sort of a double whammy of these semiconductor shortages and various parts shortages and a huge rise in demand for EVs. So bear in mind, if you order one of these, it might not be coming anytime soon. But there are some in-stock deals in here as well. And of course, use the link, go on to Lease Loco, click the in-stock button and have a poke around for yourselves. Finally, as normal, they're all 3 months up front, 10,000 mile deals based on a 3-year lease. So we're going to start with the cheapest one first and we're going to move our way up. At the moment, this is the cheapest EV deal I can find on the normal terms. The 3-year, 3 months up front, 10,000 miles a year deal. Just over £1,000 up front on this one and 251 quid a month. It's the Volkswagen E up and it's the 32 kilowatt hour 5-door automatic, 11.9 seconds to 62, 82 horsepower, 160 mile combined range. Group 10 on the car insurance and it's front wheel drive. On to the next one, it's the Fiat 500. This one is in stock, delivery in less than a month. And it includes AA breakdown cover and free change of term or mileage. So this is the AA's kind of lease stroke subscription kind of thing. I say subscription lightly because it's not properly a subscription, but there we go. So 900 quid up front and £301 a month. And that gets you insurance group 17, 118 brake horsepower, 220 newton meters of torque from a little car like this, 9 seconds 0 to 62, combined range of 186 miles and 185 litres of boot space with the seats up, or 550 litres with the seats down. So if you put the seats down in that, you know, you can log a bit of stuff with, and probably if you've got a Fiat 500, most of the time you're only ferrying around yourself and perhaps one other. So there you go, that's an option for you, 900 quid up front, 300 quid a month. Vauxhall Corsa, 933 up front and 311 a month. Again, this is an AA thing, so it includes breakdown cover and free change of term or mileage. But this one is a factory order. So 933 up front, 311 a month, and that gets you Group 25 on the car insurance. It's quite a bit higher than the other two. 136 horsepower, 93 miles an hour to maximum speed, 260 newton meters of torque, 0 to 62 in 7.6 seconds, combined range of 222, and seats up, boot space 267 litres or 1,081 litres if you put those back seats down. Next, the MG UK MG5. I've got one of these, I think, coming for a review shortly, so I'll be interested in that. It'll be the first time I've had an MG. 1,100 quid up front, 335 a month. So estate car here, 250 miles combined range, 0 to 62 in 7.7 seconds, 156 brake horse, Group 27 on the car insurance, front wheel drive, 464 litres of boot space. So that's really good. Quite a lot of the electric cars, the boot space is knocked down slightly because obviously the batteries take up a bit of space and you sometimes lose a bit of the boot floor typically as a result of it. But 464 litres is a decent size and it looks like quite a practical car. I'll be interested to spend some time with that. As I said, my first time with an MG, so keep them peeled for that one coming up in the next month, I think. Next, we've got the Mazda MX30. So this is a little crossover SUV type thing. Grand up front, 340 quid a month. Front wheel drive, Group 19 on the car insurance, 145 horsepower, 271 newton meters of torque, 9.7 seconds to 60, combined range of 124 miles, and boot space is 366 on that one. This has got some weird doors. I think you can only open the back doors if you first open the front doors, which seems like a terrible error, doesn't it? It seems like someone had a bright idea that was actually really bad. And those back doors are actually very small as well. So I'm not in love with these things, but I know there'll be some of you watching this that are, so if you are, a grand up front, 340 quid a month. So pricing wise, it seems like okay value at the moment, considering it's crazy out there, but it is also the highest it's been all year. But this is a sign of the times, I'm afraid, folks. Right, this one's in stock. This is a Peugeot E 2008. I really like these. I haven't driven one, I must admit, but on the face of things, I like them. I like the styling. I like the interior. And I like the numbers, to be fair. 291 miles of range, but that is city range. That's not a combined range they've put on here. 0 to 62 in 9 seconds. 136 horsepower, Group 25 on the car insurance, and 434 litres of boot space. So this has got the same sort of boot space as that MG Estate we looked at. And it's something different. It's much sort of funkier styling. I like them. I think Peugeot are making some interesting looking cars these days for the first time in quite a long time. So there we go. If that floats your boat, in stock, so you could perhaps get delivery on that within a few weeks. Again, this one is in stock, delivery within 1 to 2 months. This is a Hyundai Kona electric, 100 kilowatt premium, 39 kilowatt hour, 5-door. Just under 1,200 quid up front, 390 quid a month. Group 21 on the car insurance, 136 horsepower, 395 newton meters of torque, 9.9 seconds to 62, and a combined 190 miles of range. And then you've got 332 litres of boot space in that one. I feel like that should be a bit more in that car, but there we go. 1,100 litres of boot space with those back seats down. Quite cool looking things, and the build quality on these Hyundais nowadays is very, very good, so might be worth checking out. Okay, I'm putting this one on here because I often get asked about them if I don't put one on here. It's the Tesla Model 3. This is the standard range rear-wheel drive model. As you know, I like the Model 3 a lot. Styling's not to everyone's taste, but it's a brilliant car and the technology in it is phenomenal. Rear-wheel drive, Group 48 on the car insurance. It's right up there in insurance groups. A lot of that is because they're massively desirable, they're quite expensive, and they do 0 to 62 in 5.8 seconds. 245 brake horsepower and a combined claimed range of 305 miles. 542 litres of boot space. Ticks a lot of boxes for me. The interior quality, by the way, is a lot better than a lot of people say in some of the reviews I've seen. And maybe that they've improved it quite a lot in recent times. But I feel some of the comments about interior quality are a bit harsh, in fairness. If we're going to show you that, we better show you this. It's the Polestar 2. This one's the 300 kilowatt, 78 kilowatt hour long-range dual motor. Group 42 on the car insurance, 0 to 62 in 4.7 seconds. 408 brake horsepower, 660 newton meters of torque, and a combined claimed range of 298 miles. Boot space in that one's 405 litres. We talk about this one every month. Very nice quality car indeed. Nice place to be. Haven't driven one yet, but I have sat in one and twiddled all the knobs. And what I can tell you about that is it's brilliantly screwed together. Really nice materials. It's a good place to be. 1,900 quid up front, 605 a month. So all thereabouts really in terms of its price. It's been a little bit cheaper. It's been a bit more expensive, but it is a factory order. Another one, Tesla Model Y. Again, lots of interest in these at the moment. The Model Y sits kind of between the Model 3 and the Model X. So it gives you a combined 331 miles of range. This is the long range version. 4-wheel drive, Group 50, I think, on the car insurance, even though that's not on here. 384 brake horsepower, 0 to 62 in 4.8. Then you've got over 800 litres of boot space in it. It's a big old beastie. So that's just under 2,300 up front and £668 a month. Then we've got the Audi E-tron Sportback, 300 kilowatt, 55 Quattro, 95 kilowatt hour Technic Auto. This one's 2,400 up front and £766 a month. Price wise, it's not as good as it's been, but it's not too far off, given the odd little blip here and there. Group 48 on the car insurance, 408 brake horsepower, 664 newton meters of torque, 5.7 seconds to 62, a combined range of 255 miles and 615 litres of boot space. Probably said it all before about these, so I won't dwell. I just want to whip through this video today to show you what I think are probably the best lease deals on EVs at the moment if you're in the market. I would stress, however, if you need one quickly, you must look for the in-stock stuff, because really delivery times at the moment, it's a case of sort of how long is a piece of string if you put a factory order in. More so on EVs actually than on internal combustion engine cars. So if you are interested in any of these at all, or you're interested in taking a look at Lease Loco for yourself, please use my link. It really does help, and I couldn't do this without it. So please do use the link. Please give this video a thumbs up as well, and like and share everywhere you can like and share. And if you do follow me on social media, and if you don't follow me on social media, please go and do that. I'm on Twitter at NotAGuru3. I'm on Instagram at NotAGuruGym, and on Facebook at Definitely Not a Guru. Sometimes deals pop up very, very last minute on the day. A deal will pop up on something that's in stock. I will post it on my social media. Okay, I won't be doing a video about it because by the time I've started talking on the video, it's probably gone. So do follow me on the social media to keep up with the latest deals. And we're probably only, a week or so away from the next big Lease Deals of the Month video. So stay tuned for that one. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a good weekend. See you next time.